Major developments are planned for the Keppel Club area. It's the first project to transform the Greater Southern Waterfront into a prime location for affordable urban living. Now, the site is surrounded by the Labrador Nature Reserve, the Southern Ridges, and those include Teluk Blangah Hill Park and Mount Faber, as well as Bukit Cermin and the Berlaya Creek. New green spaces are going to connect them. Now, the former Keppel Club site highlighted here in red, that's going to be redeveloped to house more than 9,000 new homes, of which 6,000 will be public housing flats. Michelle Teo with this report.
For 118 years, this site served as a golf course for Keppel Club members. Soon it will serve Singapore's housing needs as part of plans to transform the Greater Southern Waterfront from busy ports of call to affordable city living.
As the site is quite close to the city centre, we will bring homes closer to jobs. This is part of our effort to move towards having more housing options and mixed-use development in our central region.
The Keppel Club site is 48 hectares, around the size of 67 football fields. The Housing and Development Board plans to build 6,000 public housing flats, the first of which could launch within the next 3 years. The redevelopment plans boast green living and easy access to public transport. These plans follow through on an announcement by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong in 2019. The goal is part of government plans to provide affordable housing and diversify communities in prime areas that would otherwise only feature exclusive high-end developments. Analysts say it's likely that these flats will come under the prime location public housing scheme, where homeowners will have stricter buying and selling conditions.
Without this PLH scheme, the housing price there will be quite expensive because of land cost. Because it's prime location land, waterfront lands, and you look at the surrounding private condo developments, I think that can actually explain the expensive land cost for that area.
This is reflected in pricing data of nearby units at Teluk Blangah Towers. Since its launch in 2007, prices for the 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom flats have more than doubled. Analysts expect that flats in the new Keppel Club site will be similar.
The BTO project at Keppel Club site, if it's launched in 3 years' time, we could see, say, 3-room flats being priced at 400,000 to maybe 450,000, while 4-room flats could be priced from like 720,000 to maybe 800,000, 850,000. So, but 5-room flats are unlikely to be offered at this location because the price will be actually too steep.
Analysts anticipate these units will be more than 10 times oversubscribed. They add that more sites for residential houses could open up when the ports at Tanjung Pagar and Pulau Brani relocate by 2027.
To protect nature and high-value ecosystems around the Keppel Club development site, the government plans to set aside about 20% of land there for parks and greenery. Now, that's about the size of 18 football fields. Isha Rodney reports on what this would involve.
This is Berlaya Creek, an important coastal habitat a stone's throw away from Keppel Club. To help protect nature and areas of high conservation value, HDB will add a corridor and extend the existing mangrove forest to buffer nature from the new development site.
The Keppel Club site serves as an important ecological connection between the mature secondary forests along the southern ridges and Labrador Nature Reserve. So to enhance this ecological connectivity, we will set aside close to 10 hectares of green spaces as park and open land within the Keppel Club site.
The Berlaya corridor will be among 4 nature corridors under the plan. These so-called 4 green fingers would serve as habitats and connecting paths for flora and fauna.
It is really key to the survival of our native biodiversity. It allows animals to move more easily between habitats, providing them with more sources of food and shelter.
The green corridors would also better connect people with nature.
So I think that human element, the degree to which nature and that unique coastal situation can really become something that residents will not only identify with, but feel proud to be living next to and being stewards of. So I think that dimension is equally important.
All of this will be part of the new Labrador Nature Park network. covering more than 200 hectares. At 1.5 times the size of Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, it will connect 5 new parks plus the space.
I'm here at Labrador Nature Park, and this plant here is called a cetic, a type of coniferous tree. It's critically endangered as it's special and unique and is usually found along coastal habitats, which tend to be scarce in Singapore.
Experts say it's important to protect rare species like these.
Labrador Nature Reserve itself has 2 rare and unique habitats, a coastal hill forest and also a rocky shore, both of which are some of the few remaining habitats of their kinds in mainland Singapore. And therefore, it is really important to protect such key sites.
Starting 2024, the network will provide about 10 kilometers of new nature trails and park connectors for Singaporeans to explore.